Is it okay to check your man's phone? Do you advise women to snoop and check their man's phone just to have some clarification or to, be sure that nothing is going on? Would you advise any woman to check their man's phone? Because I do see some videos, some people will say, do not check your man's phone. Don't check your man's phone. His phone is a privacy. Why someone will say, you have to check the phone. You have to check the phone. Like, what are we supposed to do? Like, I saw a video on TikTok, and this lady was actually, expressing herself that she regret checking her man's phone, and because she checked her man's phone, it ruined her life. It's a lengthy video of about 6 minutes plus, so we're going to watch the video together. And something that got me interested was the comment section on that video. So let's go ahead and watch the video together, then we'll talk about the comment section, and we'll also talk about it in the comment section.
For a long time, I thought I was defective. I just couldn't seem to get my life together. It seemed like everything that I did or tried to do, whether that was making a living or building a relationship, inevitably fell apart. It was like I was trying to build my life on a shaky, incomplete foundation. And I was. I just didn't know it at the time. There's this saying that Oprah said, and I will paraphrase it badly. She said, life will give you signals.
Yeah.
And at first it will nudge you, and then it'll nudge you a little harder. And if you don't pay attention, it'll smack you upside the head.
Mm-hmm.
Life had been giving me signals for a long time. And in 2017, the big smack arrived. I found myself broken-hearted, and rifling through my scantily furnished house, looking for something sharp with which to end my life. And in my frustration of not being able to find something, I went to the water, as I always do when things get too heavy. And there in the shower, in my tiny little shower, with the red floor and the warped door that could never close fully, I heard a sweet, small voice say, you can come out on the other side of this. I couldn't muster up enough hope to believe what this voice was telling me. The months leading up to that night were riddled with anxiety over a toxic relationship that I was in that was leading to marriage, a new and small failing business, a move to a different town far away from my support system, and this feeling of dread that kept growing, that was telling me that this path that I was on was going to lead me to pain. A few hours before I ended up in the shower, I had been in the worst fight of my life. Earlier that day, my boyfriend's best friend had called me and asked me to meet him and my boyfriend at our favorite bar in Nakuru. He wanted to play mediator between us because we had been fighting a lot and were on the brink of a breakup. And so I met them, and over our favorite beers, we attempted to talk our issues out. And we got some things resolved. A bit later that night, I was happily and tipsily watching my boyfriend play pool with his best friend, and he motioned to the waitress to bring him a drink. As she walked towards him, I looked at him and I saw something in his body language. I can't explain it. I saw something in the way that he carried himself that let me know this man is cheating on me. And so back at the house, when we were getting ready for bed, and he was in that shower with a warped door, I took his phone and I opened it. He had recently changed the password. Before I used to have access to his phone, but I noticed earlier that night that he had changed the password. And with one try, I opened it. Let's call it divine intervention. I went to WhatsApp, and I didn't even have to go far. I found messages that confirmed his infidelity. I felt so many emotions reading those messages between him and other women. Yes, women, not woman. And by the way, this wasn't the first time that I had found out that he was cheating on me. I felt angry. It was like a white hot rage. I felt sad. I felt hurt. But I also felt relieved. Because in that moment, I understood what that growing feeling of dread was. On some level, I knew that this wasn't the right person for me. So he came out of the shower, sauntered into the bedroom, no doubt expecting an affectionate woman. But what he found was a heaving, rageful monster. We fought that night. We fought with words. I fought with my palms to his face. He fought with his hands pulling my hair and wrapped around my throat. I broke his watch. I broke his phone. He bruised my skin. I had so much pent-up resentment that had built up from years of feeling disrespected, cast aside, and not loved. He left later on that night, actually jumped off from the balcony. It was a first-floor apartment. When I came out of the shower, later on, I called my mother. And when she heard my voice, she said 2 words that would begin my healing journey. Come home.
Yo, the comment section was crazy. My husband cheats on me with his baby mama and he's even planning on getting married to her. And he's looking for my mistake so he can send me away. Don't regret checking his phone because before we check phones, we already know what's going on and we just want tangible proof. Can someone organize a WhatsApp group so we can share our problems before because we dying inside and afraid to share with our friends? I don't check my husband's phone for my own peace of mind. I don't believe in loyalty. It doesn't exist, and especially when he knows you love him. I wish I can share my story. Women are going through so much with no one to talk to. You are lucky you have a mother who called you home. This is like my story, but look where I am now, happily single. Never regret it. It was a breakthrough of your better life. I hope one day I will have the courage to tell my story. I worked out too after many wasted years, but at least I'm happy. So singlehood is a hard journey, especially with kids, both asleep as you checked his phone just to prove because you already have seen the signal. Women something because no one knows what it takes. Who else is watching while crying? I regret too, but at the same time, it was a turning point for me to go back to my life. I believe in his phone, truly speaking. I can't date you without touching your phone. This was my life for 13 years. I left this year and I am at peace with myself. You all, what do you all think? Let me know your thought about this down comment section. A lot of women are dying to share their story online, and when they see opportunity, they just put that in comment section. That is why I love Reddit. I love Reddit because you see people just pouring down their hearts in writing for people to see what's going on. So will you advise somebody to check phone while dating someone, or in a relationship, or in a marriage, or you would not advise someone to check phone? My own is that for your mind to tell you to check that phone, you already know something is up. And something about instinct, I feel like God just blessed we women to just know something even before it happens. So you already know something is about to go on, or something is going on, and when your mind tells you to do something, I feel like just listen. It's not like you have to be checking the phone every day because of you're feeling insecure or something, no. But there's sometimes that the thing will just hit you and you just have to, I don't think there's a problem checking your man's phone. It shouldn't be a problem because they are supposed to be faithful and loyal to you, but most of them are not. So to be clear, especially if you're still dating, you've not even gotten married to them, you have to be sure and know what's up. Some even say that if you check your man's phone, you might not even know, he might be planning to kill you with his side chick or whatever. That was my friend that told me that checking a man's phone, one of the reasons why she likes checking her husband's phone is because she wants to be sure what is going on. She wants to be sure if he's not planning any suicidal thing. I'm like, okay, for your marriage to get to the stage whereby your husband will plan to kill you, you should know as a woman. But then men are pretentious. Let me know your thoughts about this down in the comment section. Thank you all so much for tuning around to this point. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe and all of that good stuff, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.